Scan the genealogy in Genesis chapter 5, and you'll find a rigid, repetitive rhythm. A patriarch lived, he had children, and he died. But at the 7th generation, the pattern breaks. Enoch walked faithfully with God, and then he was no more. No grave, no mourning period. The Creator physically removed this man from the earth. Genesis leaves the destination a mystery, but Enoch's account fills in the details of the journey. This account isn't a modern invention. It is an ancient text rediscovered in the mid-20th century among the Dead Sea Scrolls in the Qumran caves, preserved for millennia in the desert heat. The early church revered these writings. Even Jude, the biological brother of Jesus, quoted Enoch directly in the New Testament, treating his words as authoritative prophecy rather than fringe mythology. What Enoch recorded is a massive, invisible, cosmic architecture. Above our world exist 7 layers of reality, distinct dimensions of the supernatural that operate in perfect order, hidden just beyond the reach of human sight. The first heaven is a vast architectural realm of cosmic waters. Situated directly above the firmament, it functions as a reservoir that governs the physical laws of our atmosphere. Specific orders of angels are stationed here at every post. They carry out the movements of snow, hail, and wind, with a precision that never wavers, ensuring the natural world functions exactly as intended. Crossing into the 2nd heaven reveals a catastrophic break in that order. This is a lightless, heavy prison for fallen angels. These beings chose rebellion over their assigned glory, and they now wait in darkness for a final judgment. The weight of this betrayal is visible in the 5th heaven. There, the watchers, faithful angels who stayed at their posts, stand in a deafening, grief-laden silence. They mourn the brothers who abandoned their duty to corrupt the earth. The fallen ones were guardians meant to be bridges of divine care, but their desertion unleashed a wave of spiritual contamination that eventually required a global flood to purge. Seeing their ruin in the 2nd heaven proves that a divine assignment is not a suggestion. It is a high-stakes responsibility where failure ripples through generations. In the 3rd heaven, Enoch found a garden of extraordinary splendor. He described trees radiating light and rivers of honey and wine flowing in abundance. This is paradise, the immediate destination for those who lived in alignment with God's grace. But this realm holds a terrifying duality. On the opposite side sits a place of darkness and hopelessness for those who rejected the Creator. These 2 realities occupy the same level, separated by an uncrossable, permanent chasm. The chasm is fixed the moment a person leaves the earth, based on the choices they made while they still had breath. This separation occurs at the moment of death. As Jesus promised the man on the cross beside him, the transition to paradise happens today. Ascending further, the 4th heaven reveals the mechanics of the universe at a scale that defies human biology. This is the realm of celestial glory. The sun and moon move along an attended path. Specific angelic escorts accompany these celestial bodies on their mathematical cycles, filling the realm with a continuous, unbroken sound of praise as they complete their journeys. This cosmic clockwork has not stopped for a single second since the dawn of creation. Whether we are in a season of faith or a valley of doubt, the heavens continue their symphony of praise, completely independent of our earthly feelings. The 6th heaven serves as the realm of scholars and ancient angelic scribes. These are beings of immense intelligence assigned to study the details of human existence. Their duty is meticulous. They record every human deed, every secret act of kindness, every sacrifice made in the shadows, and every prayer whispered in the middle of the night is entered into the books of remembrance. These angels also act as intermediaries, carrying those prayers directly to the divine throne. This proves that no cry of faith disappears into a vacuum. It is handled by devoted beings and presented to the one who hears every word. Crossing into the 7th heaven, Enoch encountered a light that passed through his physical being. It exposed every corner of his soul, making the difference between what is created and what is eternal absolutely plain. At the apex of this light sits the Ancient of Days on a flaming throne. He is surrounded by seraphim in perpetual worship, a scene of such power that Enoch required divine intervention just to remain standing in the presence of the living God. Enoch's journey concludes here to establish one fact: God is not a distant concept. He is the absolute sovereign sitting at the center of all 7 layers of reality, governing every atom and every soul with meticulous intent. Modern culture is reactive and loud, but Enoch's 7 heavens are silent, orderly, and ancient. They remain unchanged by the shifting opinions of the world below. The ultimate reality is that the chasm in the 3rd heaven is not negotiated at the end of time. It is fixed based on our response to God's invitation while we are alive. In the 6th heaven, angelic scribes are logging every secret choice, and in the 7th, the sovereign king is watching the record. Because every act and prayer is being etched into an eternal ledger, a life of faith is measured by what it produces, not just the labels we carry. Stop treating your faith as a convenient safety net and recognize it as an active walk. The God who escorted Enoch through the 7 heavens is the same God pursuing you right now. He knows your name, and he is inviting you to walk with him, just as Enoch did.